My name is Christiana.
My name's Anissa.
I'm Ashley Dare.
I'm Jen Stewart.
Hi, my name's Cynthia.
I'm Tatiana.
My name is Andrea.
Hi, my name is Cassandra.
I'm Catherine.
I'm Daisha.
Gabby.
I'm Natasha.
Hi, my name is Brennan.
My name is Angelica.
My favorite moment will probably have to be when I first came here to ESA because that's when I met all the people that I am with now.
My favorite moment is when we all came together freshman year as a class and became closer after one of our close classmates passed away. So I feel like that's my favorite moment when we all finally came together and got to know each other more.
My favorite moment at ESA could be today when I got my first song.
Yeah.
My favorite moment is a moment that I'll never forget. When I first came to school, I didn't even have my uniform yet. I had a white blouse and a black skirt. And I went upstairs to Mr. Freitas' room because Dr. White told me that was my homeroom. And like right at the door, before I even get in, Daisha runs and pulls me around and says, "Are you a sophomore?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh my God, you have to meet the rest of us," and runs me downstairs to the Notre Dame room, and I sat down, and it was like initiation. It was like, that was how I got part of the group, so.
My favorite memory at ESA has to be, I think it was the sophomore retreat or the junior retreat, one of the retreats, and we had a lot of fun. This was the first time we played pull-up and we ran around. It was a lot of fun. Oh, and we went to Situate, that's another favorite memory, and culture night. That was fun.
But a memory I take with me is all of you guys. You guys are the best. Like that comes from the heart. We had issues and drama and all that stuff, but that was all petty and that's in the past. We all grown and mature now, so.
What's my favorite moment? You can go first for that one. My favorite moment would have to be when we go on trips. When we went to the Jersey trip in Washington, D.C. But ultimately, my favorite moment has always been when Angelica's dancing frequently. And it's just like, when you watch her in class, it's just so funny. And so, I love her character, and she always make my favorite moment. I don't know about you, but like I always caught her in the weird things.
So I really don't have a favorite memory at ESA. I feel like every day is a new day, new experience. I feel like all our classes, there's always something to laugh at. I love all my classmates, and I can honestly say, like, genuinely, I love every single person in my class. So I think just being at this school every day is a favorite series of memories.
When Mr. Bright came to the school.
When we did our dances in Spanish class, our Zumba and our Samba, and what other ones did we do?
Salsa.
Salsa, there you go.
And overall, my experience is amazing. I think I've grown a lot since being here. I learned a lot about myself and about how to be with people, and I think that without ESA, I don't think I would be the person who I am today.
My overall experience at ESA has been life-changing. I grew a lot. I still have a lot to grow and a lot more to learn, but ESA definitely impacted my life.
Overall, my experience was good. I came from another school that was co-ed, and I kind of fell behind going there, but when I came to ESA, they made everything a lot easier and more understandable, and the teachers were just so friendly, so the experience was good.
My experience at ESA has been great. I've met a lot of new people and a lot of close friends, and it's just made me the person who I am, the person I'm gonna be.
Overall, my experience at ESA has been very emotional, and it's helped me grow as a person over the years. And it's making me become a grown woman as I'm going into the world. And I just want to thank everybody at ESA, especially my classmates. So that's my experience.
My overall experience was good. I had fun. I mean, it's been 4 years and I've been with the same people for a long time. I'm gonna miss all you guys, except for you, homegirl. I'll be with you all the time.
Big girl.
My overall experience at ESA would be, well, I like it, to tell you the truth. I like my teachers. I like Miss White, Dr. White, and I love my friends. And it's just something, we formed this bond since freshman year, and so it's unbreakable. And I feel as if when we are in the senior year, something is kind of like pulling us apart, and it's just it's kind of sad. What about you?
Well, my experience at ESA in a word would be, let's guess the word.
Spontaneous.
Fantabuloso-ish. That's my word. I love ESA times a billion. I'm gonna miss everyone. I love my teachers who've been there for me, my friends, everything. Miss Riley's food, gym, going on field trips, all that stuff I'm gonna miss about ESA.
My experience is really great here. I found a family, friends. Even though we may not get along all the time, it's still the best. Whenever I was going through issues at home or with my family, with my mom being sick, they were always here every time they wanted to come and hug me and just make me feel much better.
I really enjoyed my time at ESA because I made a strong group of friends and I learned more about myself. I learned a lot of new things in education.
Overall, my experience at ESA was awesome. I have learned so much from all of you guys, and you have all made me a better teacher.
This is a funny story. My funny story. Oh, no. Tell me my story. Alright, funny story was at lunch when my lunch table made me sniff things like a pixie stick. And then they made me put like a Chinese noodle, and then it was like, yeah, it was really weird. It was freaking awesome. My funny story is when I very first talked and associated with Jen. We were sitting in math class, and there was a lady that came in. She was a man, and me and Jen could not stop laughing, so we got kicked out of Miss Riley's math class.
Funny story. This was kind of recent. When in English class, talking about stuff like men and controlling men and stuff in the life back then, I had a friend who gave me a good piece of advice, and I had shared it with the class, and everybody laughed at me. I don't think I should say the advice right now before everybody laughs at me again, but yeah.
A funny story would be when my junior year, they all dared me to eat wasabi, a full plate of wasabi for $2. Well, everyone had to give up $2 if I ate it. And I did. I ate the whole bowl, and when I was done, I was sick for 3 days. I wasn't the same person after eating it. And I had to go to the hospital because it was bad. It was not good.
My embarrassing moment is when Miss Riley yelled at me and told me she didn't love me. When I asked her if she loved me in front of everybody, and she said, no, I don't love you. But she really meant she really does love me, so yeah.
My embarrassing moment was me and Jen were sitting in science class.
I thought that was my bubble.
And no, it was mine. Oh. And me and Jen were really, really sick. And we both blew bubbles with our noses because we were so sick.
It was like this big. And my sister tried to pop it. Sorry. My most embarrassing moment. Oh boy, it was when Miss Riley's birthday, and I was trying to go and run to hug her. And what happened is Jessica's jacket was on the way, and I didn't see it, so my feet slipped on it, and I fell. And
And then I got up within 2 seconds and ran to Miss Riley, and she kind of stepped on my toes, but that's okay. That would be an embarrassing moment. I don't know why she's laughing. What kind of friend is that?
My most embarrassing moment is when we went on a trip. I think it was just a trip for a March for Life. And we're in the car and a song came on, and I really liked that song, so I was dancing, check it out, check it out. And then we get a phone call in the car, and it's Miss Samuels and her husband who are right behind us seeing me dancing. And he started copying me and dancing just like me. That was pretty embarrassing.
A funny story is with me and my best friend Brianna were playing fighting during prayer, and we kind of were like going through a lot, and then she kind of like pushed me and I went head first into the lockers and everybody was looking at me. So yeah.
A funny story is in gym class when we all know that Khadijah, she doesn't like to play sports. And one time we were playing kickball, and so we're like, come on, let's go, let's go. She's like, okay, no. I'm like, come on. So she's going and she runs and she slides all the way to first base. And that was like really funny.
The most embarrassing would be at gym when Cynthia, who's really skinnier than me, like elbowed me really hard and I passed out for 10 seconds. And people thought I almost died or I had a concussion.
Probably when Khadijah fell in gym, she played kickball and she fell slowly. And she was like in slow motion. That was probably one of the funniest moments.
Oh, an embarrassing moment was when it was an award ceremony. Well, I don't know what that's called. An award ceremony when all the students get awards for being good students, I guess. So, as we all know, I had my obsession with Mr. Bright, and when he came up to present an award, I just screamed at the top of my lungs, "I love you, Mr. Bright," and the whole room got quiet and it turned red, and I couldn't pick my head up after that.
An embarrassing moment. Like I can't. Well, I fall asleep a lot in English class. Sorry, Miss Rose. I don't know. You're not boring. I love you, but I don't know. It's maybe, yeah. That's embarrassing. And I fell asleep with theology, and the whole class was watching me when I got woken up, and I jumped like 3 feet in the air.
Okay, my most embarrassing moment was, okay, it wasn't even funny. I was hungry, and then Tatiana had a Nutter Butter thing, so then she threw it at me, so I grabbed it or whatever, and I was so excited to eat it, and I went to sit down, and Laura came out of nowhere and pulled the chair, so I fell on my bum. And everybody laughed. Everybody thought it was so hilarious. I was so upset.
What was it, freshman year? When I got my finger stuck in the desk. They were gonna have to call the fire department, and Miss Sullivan was like freaking out. And then Sister Marianne came in and started oiling my finger, and it was really awkward because I didn't know what to do. So yeah, that was my favorite moment.
My favorite moment also has to do with Miss Sullivan. Actually, it was two favorite moments. One was when she fell out of the chair, and
Like a swim diver,
she was just like this. And then the other moment was when we first started off our Spanish class, we started off in Miss Walsh's homeroom, and she broke a sculpture. It was the art room, and she knocked over the whole sculpture. The whole sculpture was all over the floor.
A funny story would be me, you, and Kelly when we were going to Catherine's house, and Angelica, yes, and we took a carriage from CVS, and Angelica and Kelly were taking turns sitting in the carriage, and we were pushing them till Catherine's house, who lived in a CVS carriage. And a CVS carriage going up a hill, and it was so cold outside. That was a funny story, I think. A funny moment. That would probably be when we like ambushed the teachers. One time we ambushed Miss Riley's car before she left. We just attacked her car and jumped on top of it and jumped inside of it. That was a pretty funny moment.
So once again, I don't have one funniest memory at ESA. I have several.
So I have 3. So my first one was last year in chemistry class, in Miss Barker's class. Vicky was like randomly fidgeting with some wires from the computer, and she licked a wire, and she got electrocuted. And I think that was the first time I ever laughed till I cried in this school, and you know, that was very memorable. And I remember like the first week I came to school, we were in chemistry, and we were talking about, in Miss Barker's class, we were talking about elements, and she was asking us, you know, we had a really cold element, so she was like, well, what state would you find this element in? And when she said state, she meant like, you know, liquid, solid, or gas, but somebody goes, Alaska, like as a state, and then Ashley there goes, you idiot, Alaska's not a state, it's a country, and I just thought that was hilarious, and I laughed so much,
And my most embarrassing moment was definitely when I brought my mother to school and she told all the class about all my embarrassing moments when I was little, especially when I had cornrows. Yes, I had cornrows.
And action.
I'll miss the most. I'll miss my little Haitians, my little friends. The memories, bothering Miss Riley, eating Miss Riley's food. What else do I miss? I miss a whole lot. I miss all the teachers. They made the school. We made the school. The friends, taking the bus, complaining. I miss a lot.
What will I miss most about school? I'll just miss the people, the family here, the togetherness. That's what I'll miss the most, the support. The food, Miss Riley's food, definitely should. I'm mad that she didn't introduce that to us since freshman year, but now she introduced it when you were leaving, so that's kind of sad, but I still love the food. I will also miss being in theology class. Yeah, with all them debates with everybody, it's kind of challenging, and I kind of like that when everybody versus me. And also when we do crazy stuff, sometimes we act crazy in class, so that's one thing I'll miss.
I will miss you guys once a week because I don't think I'll ever have anybody in a school like this. I've never had anybody as close as anybody in this class to me ever. If I did, they always left. And once I came here, I felt like you guys would never leave until I realized that we had to graduate. But from staying here, I can say there was a lot of things that happened to me and that I did not brought on myself. And nobody in the class really knows, but during October, I tried to commit suicide. And only 2 people in the whole class know. And when I just came back, I tried to act like I was okay, but it's not. I tried to get people at the time, so all I can say is that even though you guys didn't know, you guys always sit me down, you guys come with me, hug me, show me love me, and that's something I did. And I'm gonna miss you guys so much. Love me, but
Okay, I will miss everybody in the school, everyone, even the teachers that I do not like, and even the freshmen. I don't even know them that well, but I miss them just because they're here.
Even though they stole our brownies.
I know they ate our food, but
My friends, because when I go to college, it's gonna be a whole bunch of new faces and have to get comfortable with a whole bunch of new people, so I'm really gonna miss them.
I think I'm gonna miss my support system, like all the teachers having my back and having all my friends there, because I know in college we're not all gonna be together, but I know we're still gonna remain close. So.
What would I miss most about the school? The most I would miss about the school is that I won't be able to have talk times with my whole class and sit there and be able to express our feelings like we all do, even though we have our bad times and our good times. I won't be able to sit with my class and do all the fun stuff like I do now. About school, I think I miss the fun that we have and the way that we're able to just enjoy ourselves and be ourselves, because a lot of the time we can't always be ourselves.
What I miss most is the people because they're just so supportive. My high school years, I lost a lot of people. me. Even though I didn't think some of them were close to me, but they always found a way to comfort me. My heart is here. So I'll probably miss the support and always having somebody there whenever I wasn't in a good mood.
I think what I'm gonna miss most about ESA. I would have to say is the people, like being able to always go up to someone and hug them, or people always knowing what's wrong with me, and just always having someone to be there for me, like when I need a hug or something. I'm definitely gonna miss being in school with a lot of my friends, like Tanady. I'm gonna miss her so much, seeing her on a daily basis. I'm gonna miss so many of my friends, people that I wish I would have had 4 years to get to know them instead of just a year and a half. But
what I'm gonna miss most about school will probably be all my friends, being with them, and all my teachers, and just being around a close family that I know I'll have them forever.
I'm gonna miss all my friends because they're really important to me. And then when we go away, I won't see them as much. I mean, I'll still talk to them, but I'll be sad without them.
in 10 years, I see myself married to Trey Songz in that big, beautiful white house we saw on our way to Miss Castle's house. Well, alright, in 10 years, I hope to be successful. I hope to be married. I want a dog really bad. I don't want kids, but I really want a dog. One of the cute little ones. But I will be successful. Hopefully I'm a doctor by that time. So, yeah.
In 10 years, I will be 27, turning 28. And hopefully I won't be a nun like Jessica told me I'll be. And hopefully I'll be married and I'll probably own a business, help some people in the world. That's what I'd love to do.
10 years, I'll be 27. Hopefully I'll be an athletic trainer for the WNBA or the NBA. Hopefully, I have high hopes. And married to Evie Bradley.
Being a speech therapist and helping kids.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? In 10 years, I see myself being a forensic scientist and possibly with child, but I doubt it.
In 10 years, I see myself, I'll be 28. I see myself working in a big corporate office.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? Yes. A nurse, with a child, and married.
I see myself working from what I want to do and married with little ones, little minions, so peace.
Johnny K +7.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? Hopefully in 10 years I'll become very successful in business, of course. Maybe I might become a VP of a company. Definitely married to a football player because I love to be or a doctor. And having 5 children because 5 is just random. In 10 years, I think I see myself either as a pediatrician or some kind of doctor like that.
In 10 years, hopefully I will have graduated, go for my master's, maybe have a hubby, some children, and be a happy person.
Oh, 10 years. Obviously, I'll be married to Rondo. Have his firstborn son. And probably be a sports doctor, hopefully.
In 10 years, I see myself being a nurse practitioner, making a lot of money, having family maybe, and yeah, and just being happy and being successful.
In 10 years, I'll be 27. I see myself out of school, possibly done with graduate school, maybe engaged, and possibly maybe with the child. Maybe, that's a possibility. And I want to see myself very heavy into my career. Well, not heavy, but well, it depends on what I want to be. I don't know what I want to be yet. I think I want to go to college for broadcast communications, but I'm not too sure, so I'll get back to you in 10 years.
My favorite teacher was Mr. Archetta. I had like the biggest crush on him. I used to like pretend I'm stretching just so I can get a good look. But yeah, overall, Mr. Archetta was my favorite.
My favorite teacher was, well, at first it was, you're not a teacher. At first it was Miss Sullivan because I didn't really care what I did when I came to her. But my favorite teacher right now is probably Miss Herney because she loves me. I love all the teachers, Miss Riley, especially you. You're my homegirl, you know that.
My favorite teacher in the school is, I would have to say Miss Riley. Because she's always yelling at me and always picking on me. But at the end of the day, I know she really loves me.
My favorite teacher would be Mr. Roach because I think he is so funny. He'll say jokes and nobody will really understand it, but I guess if you're smart enough, he's really funny.
Miss Riley's hand down. She's just strict but funny, and she just loves us all. She's just awesome, so she has to be my favorite.
My favorite teacher would be Miss Gizzarelli. I love her. She is like my crazy, kooky older sister, and I love her so much.
Who is my favorite teacher? I have a lot of favorite teachers. I love Mr. Roach. I love Miss Samuels. I love Miss Walsh. And let me see. And Miss Matthias.
My favorite teacher would have to be Mrs. Matthias and Miss Walsh. I just met Miss Walsh, well, I met Miss Walsh sophomore year, and we just had her senior year, but she's like so nice, she's funny, we share a lot of things in common, she's a really like helpful, warm person. Mrs. Matthias, she's like one of my favorite teachers. She's like my big buddy in the school. Like she's so nice. She's always there for me. Whenever there's problems, she's always there.
The teacher who had the most impact on me, I would have to say, well, I mean, I feel like all my teachers have been impactful and, you know, helped me change for the better. But I would have to say, that's a hard one. I don't know, honestly, I really love every single teacher in the school. Mr. Freitas is just one of those teachers who, I mean, I just love him so much. And Miss Walsh, I feel like she's such an amazing person, and I love her a lot too. I feel like she can be such a great role model. And Miss Freitas gives very good life advice. I really like Miss Riley just because she's so real, like, you know, she tells you how it is, you know, and that's just that. I love Mr. Roach's humor, like, even though sometimes it's dry, it's hilarious, like, I think he's so funny. Miss Herney, like, I love her. Like, she's such a sweetheart. I love Miss Samuel, even though I never had her as a teacher. She's always been someone that I could always go and talk to. I think that's pretty much it. I love all the teachers, but those are the only ones that I can remember.
My favorite teacher, even though I'm not her favorite student, would be Miss Riley because she's like my mom and she puts me in my place even though sometimes I don't like it, but she's helped me grow up.
I think my favorite teacher would have to be Mr. Freitas because there's not a day that goes by that he doesn't say hello to me, good morning, ask me how I am, and he really shows concern for all the students. He really wants us to succeed and go to college, and I can see that, and I really like that a lot. He's very caring.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Archetta and Mr. Bright. You already know. I actually had a crush on Mr. Archetta sophomore year, but don't tell me.
Well, this is Dr. Maureen White, your principal of Elizabeth Seton Academy, and I want to talk a little bit about this fabulous, fabulous class of 2011. I'll tell you, the younger student is going to have very big shoes to fill. Now, one of my fondest memories when this class were freshmen is Catherine Charles and her father, because I used to stay at the front door every day in September to greet the students. And every day Mr. Charles would walk up to the front door carrying Catherine's books and then handing them to her and giving her a kiss. It was so beautiful. And, you know, it really kind of personified, you know, that we are a family, without a doubt. For the 4 years that this class is here, I love every one of you. You definitely are also my starfish. And I had kind of a difficult year in 2007 when you were a freshman, but you were there for me. I had some medical issues, and you did beautiful posters wishing me well. And then my dad passed away. He was 2 months shy of 100. And most of the students from ESA came to the church, and I couldn't have been more pleased. And I remember when I said the eulogy, I said I want to thank my friends and my colleagues and my relatives, but especially my beautiful students from Elizabeth Seton Academy. And I said that my dad was all about religion, family, and education. And what a tribute you have given to my dad, and what a tribute you gave to me. And I love you all. And all of my friends said that the students were beautiful. And so that touched my heart. The kids were just freshmen then. And all the way through, this class has been kind. They've been kind, they've been supportive, they've been energetic, they've been enthusiastic. Everything about them, I'm going to miss every single one of you.
Hi girls. The memory I have I hold most fondly of you guys is the day when we talked about image and stereotypes, and where we still had the chalkboard, and I took a big swipe of chalk and put it on my sweater. You were all absolutely horrified, but I think you got the point that we do judge people by what they look like, and how we fight not to do that. So that's one of my most fond memories of you guys.
I think what I'm going to miss most about the class is your cohesiveness. I have not, some of the other teachers have not had the opportunity to teach you, but I've been in touch with you in terms of campus ministry, and I've really enjoyed that, the spirit of service, always want to be present to others, and again, your unity as a class. So I'm definitely going to miss that.
About this class, your whole attitude towards service, community, working together as a family, and really appreciating who you are and doing your best for those around you.
It's kind of an unusual thing that I've had you for 3 years, a lot of you for 3 years, and I've watched you really develop in your abilities. And you're all serious students, pretty much, and yet you know how to have fun and you know how to enjoy the class and one another. So it's always fun to be in class with the seniors, and it's been like that since I first got here. So that's one of the things I'm going to miss. You work hard, but you also seem to enjoy one another in the class and the teaching as well.
My favorite memory of this class is during the freshman year when I was trying to figure out how to get you guys to be quiet and to speak in turn, which I'm still trying to figure out. I don't know how I get you guys to do that, but I figured you needed something to hold in order to speak in turn. So I bought this potato head who became known as Shibuka Nene, and I still have her, and I still, it makes me, every time I see her, it makes me think of my first year in learning and growing, and you guys learning and growing, and I know when I started here, I didn't know how long I'd stay, but I always wanted to stay and see you guys graduate. I always knew that, because I felt like I wanted to see you guys all the way through. So it's pretty amazing to see you all grown up and graduating. It's a little heartbreaking.
Fabulous. The only thing that will limit you is you. You have the capability of doing whatever you want, whatever you will. The only thing that will limit you is what you say you can't do. You can do whatever you put your minds to. And my fondest wish for you is to be happy in what you do. That does not equate with money. If you are happy and you look forward to every day, and you look forward
to coming into work. As Dr. White had said before, you're going to be happy. It shouldn't be a job, it should be a career. And my fondest wish for you is that that's what occurs. That you have careers and that you live life to the fullest in whatever your profession may be and whatever you hope to do. We don't say goodbye, we say until we meet again.
My hope for the ESA class of 2011 is that you continue along the path that you've taken, especially again, as I mentioned earlier, in terms of service. I sincerely hope that you do continue to always look out for the others and to also remain in touch with each other and also in touch with the rest of us back at ESA. So good luck.
Well, hope for the future that I don't see you all again, that you're out there doing your best, making your mark, and I'll hear about you, not in a bad way, in the newspapers.
And obviously, ladies, I wish you all the very best in life. I hope you remember to think before you act and think before you make quick decisions or decisions, which I know you will, and I hope you all in the my heart. Action.
Farewell and goodbye and good luck. But luck really has nothing to do with it. It's good strategies and hard work, and you'll all be very successful.
My advice for you in the future is to stay true to who you are. Take the friendships that you've had here and don't let them go, because they will continue to help you mold into the persons that you're going to be. And I think if you stay friends with the people that you met here, you'll continue to keep those values that you learned here. And I truly think that each and every one of you has picked up the values that we're trying to instill in you. You've created beautiful, successful young ladies, and I really truly believe that you guys are going to make a major impact on the world. And it's incredible to see how much you guys have grown. So just continue to stay true to who you are. Don't get lost if you're in a big school. Make a community of your own that will be like the community that you have here. And don't forget to call us and let us know about your success, because we definitely want to hear about it.
I want to wish every single senior a wonderful future, great success. You are all going to be wonderfully successful and happy. Remember, we always talked about, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And I want you to come back and visit anytime during your 4 years of college. If you have any questions or problems, we are there for you. And then after you graduate, I want you to come back too, because we are really a family. And I'm going to be very sad on graduation day. I am not going to say goodbye. I'm just going to say, see you later.
How do you say goodbye to your family? You don't. It's not, and that's what I consider you all my girls. My fondest memory, because we've been together for 4 years, has to go back to freshman year, and it was a sad event, but I think an event brought you all together and brought us all together, and that was Danya's passing. I don't think we'll ever forget that, nor will we ever forget all of the members of the class that have come and gone with you. They're still with us in our hearts. But that was a defining moment for you as a class, I believe. You grew up in one short day, and I think it made you who you were. You were always been caring, but this, you stepped up to the plate, and from that moment on, you became the class that I always thought you could be, and you've just followed through on that right since that time.
Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see you shake that. In the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see you shake that.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Take me to that old familiar place. Take me to memories we won't erase. Take me to all that we had, good and the bad. I'll never forget you. I'll never let you go. I'll never forget you. I'll always remember you know.
Let the record reflect the records we set. Best foot forward with every step, and let's push towards it. Never regress, and let's remember if ever we get down the places that we came from round, and all the good times on the bad side of town. The upside of bad, flip it upside down. Came from the bottom, but we up high now. Believe, and from this view we achieved. We look back at the rules we received and how we broke those, dismantled and rewrote those. And the ghost still alive in the photos. Sounds of the summer, day and go wise. Cold wind blowing through a city on fire. Moments of the past came here to find you, not to relive them, just to remind you.
Take me to that old familiar place. Take me to memories we won't erase. Take me to all that we had, good and the bad. I'll never forget you. I'll never let you go. I'll never forget you. I'll always remember you know.
And let the evidence show the future so bright. It's never been more, not like tonight. We walk into the glow, right into the light. The past all around us, the time of our life. The first love kisses, the broke heart disses. This is just like a first class ticket. Back to the first written rap. The crumbled up paper and the pen with no cap. The hand-me-down clothes and the unturned hat. The hookers on the corner and the kids selling crack. The needles in the yard where we used to play catch. Stories from the projects we could never go at. A two. These are shades of my youth, trials of a child, everything truth. Moments of the past, coming back to find us, not to relive them, just to remind us.
Take me to that old familiar place. Take me
cherished, remembered in my heart. So you will never perish, you will never part. I tell them all about you, drumming in the park. We put you in the ground, but I see you in the stars. Go and take a bow, a round of applause. The best there ever, always ready we are. Love always shines, that's how I find you. In case you forgot, I hope this reminds you. Now,
take me to that old familiar place. Take me to memories we won't erase. Take me to all that we had, good and the bad. I'll never forget you. I'll never let you go. I'll never forget you. I'll always remember you know. Yeah, 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 yeah.
If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there.